Hello. Figured it's been a while since I did a vlog um, uh, showing my face. And I'm using a tablet a friend gave me. It's kind of a lower end one. I can see why she was frustrated with it. And she went back. Hey, my phone. I never get phone calls on my cell phone. Very rarely get uh, phone calls. And of course, when I'm doing something, it's either when I'm doing something or I'm not home, I get phone calls. I'll check it later. It's probably a wrong number. We get a lot of those, even on my cell phone. Anyways, this tablet. It's one that she got from Verizon, Ellipsis or something like that. I don't know. But it's my first, well, not really my first tablet. I had another one a friend gave me that was even cheaper make than that, and it was okay, but it was kind of slow, and I ended up passing that on, I think, to a friend. No, I gave it back. I gave it back or something. I don't know. But anyhow, this is better than that one, but it has its quirks, I tell you what. It very slow. So I'm trying out the camera on it, the video part, and I hope I'm looking at where's the thingy? There it is, I think. Where is it? Is it up here? Yes, there it is. Sorry about that. I don't know exactly what I'm going to talk about. This could be a very short video, or it could be a very long video. I should show you what it's doing. It's feeling a lot like Christmas now. See I got my poinsettia, and I got our tree up, but it's not lit yet, and it's kind of a silly looking tree, but it fits in here. That was our main thing. Maybe I can show it to you, just to show it, see if it'll show up on that. Yeah, there it goes. It's a very tall skinny. So we'll show it on space, so this is perfect, and it runs on batteries. And it's on a timer. It has its own built-in timer, so it'll come on and stay on for 6 hours and then shut off and then do the whole thing over again at the same exact time as the day before. Isn't that cool? Pretty cool. Oops, can't hardly see me. And it's even feeling more like Christmas because of our wintry weather. Isn't that just gorgeous? Hopefully you can see that beyond the glare from, yeah, lovely. Probably showing a glare from the lights. I should turn that off. And then now maybe you can see it a little better. Just the glare from the tablet itself. But yeah, it's getting wintry out there. There's just a few flurries all day long, and then in the past 20 minutes it's been coming down like this, and it's sticking. So my hubby's out doing his driving thing, but thankfully he's south of here and it's not doing a thing. So he's safe, but he'll be driving back into this mess. I'm hoping it'll stop or taper off or something. But yeah, winter has arrived. It's not even officially winter, it's still technically fall. I think, yeah, not till just before Christmas is the first day of winter, if I'm not mistaken. Anywho, things have been good now that summer is over. I had, humanly speaking, I had the worst summer of my life. I can laugh about it now, but during it, not so much. Should I tell my tale of woe? I mean, it's very mild compared to what a lot of people are going through, physically. I just got a dose of it, in a very short period of time. Early summer hurt my back. had to go to the chiropractor 2 or 3 times in a week's time, and couldn't do much for a couple weeks. Recovered from that. Was okay for a couple weeks, and then I fell on a concrete step and really messed up my shin. Probably should have gone to the emergency room for stitches, maybe 1 or 2 stitches, but we were only like a couple miles from home and further away from an emergency room, and I just wanted to get home and then assess the situation. I didn't really feel like sitting in an emergency room for hours, waiting and waiting and bleeding, you know. Nothing was broke, but I got a good gash and bruised really bad pretty much from my ankle up to my knee. But the middle shin part was what really got banged up. So, long story short, I, nursed myself back to health and was recovering from that. And as I was recovering from that, I was out pulling weeds and around my well out front that I always do, and got stung by some yellow jackets on my hand. Ran in and I put some clay on it or whatever, and then I started itching, and my hand was swollen, and I was getting itchy spots here and there, and I thought, oh great, I got some bug bites too. Well, after that was on a Tuesday. By Friday, I had lots of itchy spots, red itchy spots, and wasn't bug bites. It dawned on me the weeds I was pulling, the vines that I was pulling around the well, was poison oak. Yeah, that was, when I realized that, was great. So I had it on my face, right around here. Thankfully it didn't creep up too high. I had it on my hand, my arms, my legs, around my waist. I don't know how in the world it got all over me like that, because there really wasn't that much out there, but that stuff spreads. So it was a couple weeks of getting rid of that. Thankfully I didn't have to go to the doctor. I did some natural stuff, and it took a while, but it kept it at bay, and took a lot of baths with Epsom salts and stuff like that, and that took the edge off. But anyhow, recovered from that. In the midst of all that, I was having allergies. I got a cold at one point, and then I've been in perimenopause for years, but this past year my cycles have been becoming more non-predictable, not terrible, but it's just not like clockwork like I've always been. I mean, it was, I knew pretty much to the day when I was going to start. Well, not so much this past year, and then they stopped altogether this summer, and then September, I think, was the month. I should really write stuff down like this so I really remember, but I think it was September. Had my first ever hot flash, and it stopped me in my tracks, and then it just kept happening. I mean, from that day forward, for about a month, hot flashes at least every hour, and the night sweats, and I got rashes, itchy rashes, and I was becoming an emotional basket case. And finally I'd lost it one day, and I was just bawling my eyes out and just crying to God to help me, because I was such a mess. So I did some Googling and I decided, well, I'm going to go on low-carb diet. So that's what I did. It was on a Saturday that I started. And the first 2 or 3 days I was pretty miserable from withdrawals. But then after that, my hot flashes were at least knocked down to half, at least, maybe even 75%. So that was nice. And my rashes started to ease up, along with, I was using some different natural ointments and creams to help with that as well. And, and the weight gain. Oh my word. I gained like 12 pounds in that month from the time that I had started those hot flashes. And I didn't change anything during that time before anything. I was, watching, what I was eating and the exercising and stuff. Well, this past summer I didn't, because I was so miserable with everything, being sick and injured. It was so sporadic of exercising because I was just not feeling well at all, and then the hot flashes happening, exercising, getting overheated, and the hot flashes, and I was taking showers every morning and every evening because of the hot flashes. Anyhow, the weight gain, it just wouldn't stop. So I decided to go low carb and stopped gaining. I haven't lost anything, but at least I've stopped gaining. And I have not had, it was about a week. Well, wait a minute, back up. I also started, after I started on low carb, I started taking a supplement called DIM that I got on Amazon. Smoky Mountain Naturals, I think, is the brand. And I was reading how good that was for hot flashes and stuff. So I started taking that, and combined with that and the low carb, I have not had a hot flash since. And I've been sleeping really well. I started taking magnesium as well at night before bedtime. And that's really helped with sleeping all night long. I'm trying to keep my poinsettia in the picture there. So all that combined, I have been feeling so much better. But again, the weight loss has not been happening. And I've been researching that, and I have to approach exercise differently, which I have started doing that. I'm focusing more on strength training and stretching, and the aerobics is kind of the least of the three that I have to concern myself. I still should, but not, not an hour a day or anything like that. Don't push it. You kind of have to scale it back. So I've been doing no more than 30 to 45 minutes usually, unless I'm really energetic. Then I'll, and my aerobics, I don't do dancing or anything like that. I do either walking outside when it's nice, or I do the Leslie Sansone walk at home. I just got her Miracle Miles thing. It went on sale on Amazon for half price, and it came with the stretchy band thing that really works well. I feel it. If you think a stretchy band is sissy stuff, try it. Even my husband, I said, here, use this, try it, try stretching it for these different things. And he even said, yeah, that's pretty, that gives you a good workout. So, I'm doing all I can in that regard, and I just am so thankful to be feeling like a human being again, because it was, not just physically, those hot flashes and night sweats and stuff like that, but I was so lethargic, and the brain fog was as dense as pea soup. My poor husband, bless his heart. The forgetfulness, the not being able to put two thoughts together. I'd wander around here and be like, I know I'm supposed to be doing something, and I just, there was no motivation, there was no desire. It took every ounce of strength and energy for me to just do the mundane things like the vacuuming and the laundry and the dishes and mealtime. Just thinking about having to fix a meal was, I just really don't want to. I just had no desire to do anything. It was horrible. Tired all the time. But now, I mean, I still get tired. I have my good days and bad days, but overall I'm doing a lot better. And I'm able to keep up with things around here. But anyhow, if that can help anybody out there that's, of this age that is going through the menopause stages, I hope it can help you. It helped me. Can't guarantee it will for anyone else, but there is a podcast that has been a great help to me. Well, if you go to a website called RhondaNP.com, NP stands for Nurse Practitioner, and she has a podcast, and she'll probably have it on her website there, and it's a weekly podcast, and it has a wealth of information. So I've been listening to one of those every so often, and it's really been a help. I also joined a Facebook group, Menopause Support, and that's been really great. What else? I don't know, just been trying to do all I can to, take care of this body that God has given me, and hopefully one of these days the weight loss will happen, because this is about the heaviest I've ever been, and it's not comfortable. I don't like it. I've never been skinny, but I have been definitely thinner than this, and I have so many clothes that don't fit me, and I've bought a few not new, but new to me items, at garage sales and thrift stores, cheap, that I can fit into, but I don't want to replace my entire wardrobe if I can help it. I still have hope that I can fit back into the clothes that I wore a year or two ago. It's been very disheartening to pick something out that I could wear a year or two ago, and now it's like I can't even, no. It looks horrible, it feels horrible, yet, they're in great condition, and I'm just not ready to give it up yet of the hope of fitting into them. So, what else can I talk about? I don't know what else to talk about. Figured I'd touch base here. It's already going on 20 minutes, so I think I'll just leave it here. That's the recent update, I guess you can say. So if I don't make another one beforehand, I wish everybody a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Stay safe and healthy, and I'll try to be a little more faithful in this and keep in touch. So you guys take care. Bye.